Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream. And today we are doing Liverpool taking on Manchester City at Anfield. This is the preview for the game. We're going to talk a bit about the injury news, some team news, predicted 11s, and obviously this is the last dance, Klopp versus Pep at Anfield. Let's get straight into it. So let's start off with the bad news. So the injury players for both teams, for Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Thiago Bajcetic, Ryan Gravenberch, John Matip, Jota, Curtis Jones, Ben Doak and Alisson. Man City are going to be without Mateus Nunes because obviously he broke his finger in the Champions League game. And Jack Grealish is going to be out as well. And this is the head-to-head, people. Look at this. There's only a point separating each teams. It's going to be an absolute mad one. Arsenal are going to be looking into it. Obviously, they've got Brentford. But let's look at the recent head-to-heads between Manchester City and Liverpool. Obviously, we're coming back off that 1-1 at the Etihad. Then they tonked us 4-1 at the Etihad. Then it was 3-2 in the Cup. Then it was 1 in October. Salah scored in that game. It's been a while since we played City at Anfield. And then it was 3-1 in the Community Shield. I mean, look, Liverpool and Manchester City is always a banging game in the Premier League. And it's always a fixture a lot of people do look forward to. And it's set up to be a banging game, man. We've had some banging games with City over the years. We've had the 4-3 at Anfield. We've had the 2-1 at the Etihad, where one of the best games in the Premier League history, 2-1 at the Etihad. Where we've had 3-1 at Anfield. We've lost 5-0 at the Etihad. We've had the Champions League games in both legs. So we've always had good games with Manchester City. And I think it's going to be one of those ones again. But I want to get into my starting 11 prediction. Let's actually get into my starting 11 prediction. How do I think Jurgen Klopp is going to set up in this game? Obviously, it's going to be Kelleher in goal. Let's be honest. Solid performance last night against Sparta Prague. Made some really good saves in that first half. Kept us in the tie. And Sparta Prague, by the way, probably should have come away knowing this. They probably should have scored 2 or 3, to be honest with you. They probably should have scored 2 or 3. And again, Liverpool got away with it last night, but Liverpool did come away 5. I think 5-1 last night was an understatement. They played some good football. At right back, obviously right back last night. The back four was Kelleher, Tsimikas, Konate, Verge, and Gomez. Obviously, he came off with a potential injury on Konza as well. But we'll speak a bit about Gomez and Konate in a second. But at right back, I think it is going to be our star boy, Connor Bradley. What form is he in right now? I mean, since Trent's injury, he's been magnificent. Let's not forget that. And a lot of people are forgetting his father passed away as well. So people need to give him credit for that. Coming back into the team after your father passes away and still keeping up with your performances, I think that's certainly gone under the radar with Connor Bradley. My 2 centre-backs. This is where it's tough because we saw Jurgen Klopp say last night after the game, we don't really know on Konate. Apparently, if he'd have played a bit more, he would have got injured. But apparently, it could be a precautionary as well. But I don't think Jurgen Klopp is going to take the risk. I think he's going to go with Joe Gomez at centre-back. I know a lot of people will say Jarell Quansah. He's not really put a foot wrong in a Liverpool shirt. I know he hasn't put a foot wrong in a Liverpool shirt. You're correct. However, I think we're going to see the run back between Virgil and Gomez at centre-back. And obviously, it's the best centre-back in the world at left centre-back. Came on last night. for Konate was solid and did his job. Now, I think if Konate was fit, I think we see Gomez at left back. But I think we see Gomez at centre back. I think Andy Robertson is going to be playing at left back. I mean, look, he's come back in, Robbo. He's looked okay. He's still not back to himself. I mean, people forget he did have a three and a half months injury. It's going to take him a bit of time to get back into the saddle. Robertson very rarely gets injured, but I'm sure hopefully we can get Robertson back up to speed very soon. The midfield, I think, really very much picks itself. One of the signings of the season, my World Cup winner, Alexis McAllister, bossing the game again yesterday. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Putting a solid performance in that first 65 minutes. He comes off, he's rested for Man City. In the 6, it's going to be the Warrior, Wataru Endo. What a signing he has been. A lot of people laughed at the signing of Wataru Endo, and he has certainly lived up to it, man. The past, 3 months, he's settled into that 6. McAllister's gone further forward. We're starting to see the best of both worlds for them two. On the right side, it's going to be Dominic Szoboszlai. Scored last night, which... Did he get chalked off? No, he didn't. He scored last night. He's done a couple of goals and assists this season. He's coming back from injury. He's looked good, to be fair. He got 15, 20 minutes against Forest, okay. And I thought yesterday he put in a decent performance. So hopefully he can go on a run with Endo and McAllister. Hopefully we can keep this midfield 3 fit. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I think let's just get the striker out of the way. What 2 goals he scored last night, by the way. That second goal, it's not quite like it, but when Darwin scored that second volley, it reminded me of Torres' goal against Blackburn. If any of you remember that goal he scored against Blackburn just reminded me of it, to be honest. And that first goal, oh my God. A lot of people saying, yes, the keeper should have done better. But the thing is with Darwin, he's got bangers in his locker. He's scored a couple of bangers this season. I thought that the goal against Newcastle in off the post was a brilliant finish. The goal against Bournemouth, the 2 goals yesterday. So he certainly scored a couple of bangers, and he's in a little bit of form, Darwin, as well. I think he's on 28 GA in 24 starts or something like that. Absolute banging form. He's starting to live up to the hype this season, getting the confidence. And we're loving seeing Darwin right now. Absolutely loving it. I think he's in contention to win goal of the month. That goal against Brentford. But on the left, it's going to be Lucho Diaz. He's looked okay. I thought he was okay yesterday. Again, we haven't really got many options. My main front 3 right now would be Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, and Salah. Sorry, it will be Salah, Darwin, and Jota. That will be my front 3 right now. Unfortunately, Cody Gakpo will be taken to the bench because the best player in the Premier League is coming back into the starting lineup. Came on last night, scored against Man City. He looked good in that, 15, 20 minutes he got. I think he's going to start on Sunday. I really do. He's going to get a couple of more training sessions under the belt. I'll be shocked to see Salah on the bench. But this is the team I think will play against Manchester City. Kelleher, Bradley, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, McAllister, Endo, Szoboszlai, Salah, Núñez, and Diaz. I think the only wild card in there is Gomez. Now, we know Gomez came off at half-time for a potential knock, but it looks like he is fine. It's going to be a toss and a coin between him and Kwanzaa, isn't it? Then I think the rest of the team very much does pick itself. That is the team to play against Manchester City, in my opinion. But it's a massive, massive game, man. This game is absolutely massive. I mean, if I share my screen again, look at that table. It is flipping tight. Oh, my God. Liverpool slightly got a better goal difference. The point is, in it, man. I said at the start of the season, if Liverpool are to win the Premier League, we need to lay a glove on Manchester City. We need to lay a glove on Man City. It's as simple as that. Obviously, it was 1-1 at the Etihad. Trent scored a really good goal, by the way. I thought Man City was by far the better team that day, but we hung out and we stuck with the mentality and we got a point. Liverpool need to win. I think if we win this game, it sends a big message. 4 points clear of Manchester City, plus we've just got Salah and Szoboszlai back. We've still got Trent and Alisson to come back. So imagine what we're going to be like when we get our full players fit. You know, the mentality. I think one of the reasons why we got through the month of February was due to the mentality and the mindset. It wasn't down to the quality in the sides. Beating Chelsea in the Cup, Southampton 3-0 convincingly, beating Forest last minute, Brentford as well. So, again, Liverpool have just got to keep it up, man. And I think we are going to beat Man City, in my opinion. I think this side is going to beat Manchester City. I'm going to go with a classic, a 3-2 Liverpool win. I think Darwin, Salah 2, Darwin 1 will score the goals. I think the midfielders come back in perfect time. Szoboszlai offers you the energy. Endo is just the absolute warrior, bites on that gumshoe, and obviously McAllister is the technical midfielder out of the three. Big shout outs, by the way, in my opinion, to Harvey Elliott. 3 assists last night. He's played 490 minutes in a couple of games. A lot of people don't give Harvey Elliott the credit he deserves, but he deserves a massive pat on the back, man, honestly, for the work and hard work he has put in the past month with our injuries, obviously with Salah being injured and stuff. Deserves more credit. Deserves way more credit than it should. But I've gone with a 3-2 Liverpool win, man. It's the Premier League title race. I mean, Arsenal, they're looking scary. They've got Brentford this weekend. They're scoring 31 goals in 7 games. This is the last dance between Guardiola and Klopp. I think my favourite game under Klopp and Pep, I've got 2. The Champions League first leg at Anfield, where we blattered them 3-0 in half an hour. The whole feeling around the game, the bus welcoming, the performance. That game's up there. I think my top 3 games, the 3-0 at Anfield in the first leg. I'm going to go with the 4-3 at Anfield. Talking 6 years ago now, Oxlade-Chamberlain ping slots at bottom corner. Salah dinks Ederson. Firmino chips Ederson. Oh, lovely game of football. And what a neutral. If he was a neutral, you must have loved that game. On another game, I'm going to go when we beat him 3-1 with... that game was carnage. Beating him 3-1 in the title-winning season. There was controversials for handballs. There was... then obviously 30 seconds later, Fabinho goes and scores. We battered them 3-0. Then obviously Bernardo pulls one back. We win the game 3-1. And that was the game for me where I truly believed we was going to go and win the league. I think at that point we went, 8 points clear in November? 8 points clear in November, by the way. People forget Liverpool went 25 points clear that season. For the Premier League. So they're my top 3 favourite matches. I think my favourite Klopp and Pep goal, that's a tough one, you know. I think, for me, it's not my favourite, but I think it's certainly up there. We lost 2-1 at the Etihad. The back stick Firmino header, where we're literally pinging the ball around them, absolutely playing them off the park. Plays the ball, Robertson plays it across back stick, beats Ederson, Firmino taps it in. That goal is one of the most underrated goals of the Klopp era. I'm going to say it right now. The way we pinged the ball around against Manchester City there in their prime, and then just back stick header. Oh, that goal was beautiful. And then Sane goes and belts one. God. But yeah, that is the team I think is going to play. We'll have to wait and see. At the time of this, I'm recording this. I mean, this is the form, by the way. In the last 5 games, both teams have won all 5 of their last 5. Top goal scorers, Salah with 15 goals and 9 assists. 24 GA, by the way, in the Premier League in 21 games. And he's been injured. He's only 3 goals behind Haaland, and he's been injured for, 5 weeks? Madness. Absolute madness. Some interesting stats. Ranked 2 away from this season. Erling Haaland is the competition's top goal scorer. Salah's only 3 goals behind Haaland, who's injured for 6 weeks. I think he could win the Golden Boot, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the team. And yeah, look, it's just so tight, man. Honestly, we've had so many close games with City over the years. Look how tight it is, man. Hopefully Brentford could do us a favour, because obviously my ideal scenario is if we beat Man City, right? And then I think our next Premier League game after that is Everton. So if we beat Man City, we're 4 points clear, right? 4 points clear. And if Arsenal and Man City can be a draw, the way Arsenal's form is on right now, I actually fancy him to nick a point at the Etihad. I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll nick a point. So that's automatically an extra 2 points. We could go 6 points clear of Man City with 9 games to go. 27 points are left available, and Liverpool's fixtures are looking very favourable in my opinion. Let's actually get the fixtures up. What are we saying? Obviously, we've got Man City. Then it's back to Prague again. We're winning 5-1 in that. Obviously, the Merseyside derby's been postponed. FA Cup. We should be beating Brighton. The way Brighton got battered last night against Roma, should be pasting Sheffield United. Then obviously, I think we should beat Manchester United as well. So we've got some favourable games coming up. Let's actually have a look at Man City's, and then we'll wrap up. They've got Newcastle. I mean, I'm not holding my breath. I mean, that's in the FA Cup, sorry. Postponed. Back-to-back games. Villa isn't easy. I mean, they beat them earlier in the season. Arsenal, the form they're on. So Man City's next 3 games, I think, decides if they win the league or not. I think if they drop points, let's say if they come away 1 out of 3 there, I think Liverpool win the Premier League title, ladies and gentlemen. I think we win the Premier League titles. And by the way, right, everyone's calling how good Arsenal's defence is, right? They've only conceded 2 less goals than us. I don't understand that. They've only conceded 2 less goals than us. Everyone's just giving credit to them for their solid defence. I mean, we've had injuries. We've had Alisson out. Konate looks to be out. We've had Robertson out. We've lost midfielders, attackers, and they've only conceded 2 less goals than us. Yeah, okay. But, yeah, I mean, look at Arsenal's. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an absolute interesting game. Let's get the team back up. What I think will play. Kelleher, Conor Bradley, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, McAllister, Endo, Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunes, Diaz. I think the only controversial ones there is Gomez. It looks like he's fine according to Jurgen Klopp. It could be Konate. You never know. You never know. Look, we can only hope and pray. If not, it will be Jarell Kwanzaa at centre-back. But that is the team I think is going to play Manchester City. Make sure you smash the likes, you subscribe to the channel. We're now on that road to 370 subscribers. I'm going with a 3-2 Liverpool win. That's the team. It's the last dance. It's the Premier League title race, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be live tonight for the Anthony Joshua Francis Ngannou fight, the watch-along live stream. We're going to be going live about 6:45 So in about 6 hours' time, we're going to be going live for that. I think Anthony Joshua is going to get the job done. Come on, Brentford, do us a favour. Up the fucking Reds. Smash the likes. Let's beat these fucking Manc bastards. Up the fucking Reds. Come on, smash the likes. Take care. 3-2 Liverpool win. Let's fucking have it.